Happy Memorial Day! I'm wishing you all a very healthy and happy Memorial Day. Normally, I try to post videos every Monday, and I realized that this Monday was Memorial Day. And typically, I wouldn't make a Memorial Day video. My YouTube channel is about personal finance, investing, and philosophy, with a little bit of science. But on a deeper level, my channel is really about thinking differently and deeply about things. For Memorial Day, I figured I would want to talk to you about some of the major themes of Memorial Day to help make this holiday a meaningful holiday. I find that most holidays are really just excuses to have a party, and the celebration rarely brings any meaning. We rarely think and reflect on the holiday. And that we don't just go through the motions, but we derive something meaningful that enhances our lives, not just for the day, but even for our whole life. With that said, I would like to talk to you about three major themes of Memorial Day. Honor can have many different definitions, but in the context of Memorial Day, we're talking about honor in a way of paying respect to those who fought in service of this country. There is the physical action of perhaps visiting a grave site and placing mementos such as a flower or a rock. And this is perhaps a way we remember our servicemen, but not quite so much honoring them. When I think about honoring people, I think somewhat from the religious context of honor thy mother and father, which basically translates to do what we tell you to do. Now, we can think of this from the literal sense as, well, Jimmy likes to eat pretzels, so we should all just start eating some pretzels, because Jimmy would have wanted us to do that. Yes, you could do that. You could all just eat pretzels, and perhaps pretzels are symbolic for suffering. So perhaps not the specific action, but the general theme of the person that we're trying to honor. What was a major theme of that person's life? My grandmother passed away many years ago, and at her funeral, friends and family members would tell me about how she was very inspirational and she never wasted a day. She was always very active. So I think, oh, she never wasted a day. Perhaps I can honor her and honor her spirit and the kind of person she was by not wasting the day. Or on an even deeper level, maybe she just wasn't even wasteful at all. She always utilized everything that she had. So perhaps I can honor my grandmother by not being wasteful, either with time or with money, or with even physical objects that we buy, trying to get the most out of it and utilize it to its fullest. That is my own personal story with my grandmother, but what about our servicemen? How do we honor our servicemen? What would we do to honor them on a deeper level? Is there an ideal that our servicemen would want us to uphold? And not just for the day, but for the rest of our lives? When I think about service, I think about selfless action for an institution that is aimed at some higher purpose, some ideal that's greater than ourselves. And that people who have the capacity to serve should serve. And that the act of service itself should have very little compensation in the way of monetary or social status. This might sound odd coming from a personal finance investing YouTuber. I feel that whenever you give in some way, shape, or form, you're going to receive. And even though you might not be able to pinpoint the causal relationship, I believe it will happen. This sounds even weirder coming from a scientist. Service may not provide gains in the sense of monetary or social status, but it can be highly lucrative in the realm of emotional well-being and mental health. Humans inherently need to feel that they are part of a community and serve some purpose that is greater than their own. Helping your community through service and charitable giving can yield emotional benefits. So I guess the question that I pose to you is, how will you serve? Memorial Day is ultimately about our servicemen who died, who sacrificed their lives defending the United States. The word sacrifice is thrown around a lot. It usually pertains to some type of self-sacrifice, giving up something that we value, that we consider sacred. In the end, we ideally gain something from it. But Memorial Day and the theme of sacrifice on this day in particular is really about a sacrifice for others. It is not a form of self-sacrifice. What you sacrifice for others, there's very little or nothing to be gained from it, nothing personal that you can gain from it. A common form of sacrifice I hear a lot is people sacrificing their jobs or careers in order to be parents, mothers, fathers. They give up the highfalutin fun times and youth in order to take care of a child. But on Memorial Day, we think about the ultimate sacrifice that our servicemen paid, which is their lives. Giving of their lives for this country, to defend this country. And that's really the ultimate sacrifice, is giving of your life. Because really, there's not much personal gain in sacrificing your life. Honor, service, and sacrifice. Those are the major themes that make up this American holiday. Other holidays like Thanksgiving, Labor Day, 4th of July won't go into those themes of honor, service, and sacrifice. Memorial Day is really the only holiday that goes into depth with any of those themes. Perhaps Thanksgiving we can give thanks to our servicemen, but we also give thanks in just a more general sense. 4th of July is uniquely about freedom, and Labor Day is, well, it's just a day off. Labor Day is just a day off. But this is a holiday to really reflect on those themes, those very important themes. And I think if you were to pick just one of those themes and make it a point of extracting something meaningful from it, that would be enough. There should be something meaningful that we can do for Memorial Day. And not just Memorial Day, but any holiday. Every holiday, you should extract something meaningful from it for your own personal life. I think many Americans celebrate Memorial Day usually just by taking the day off, going to a cookout, barbecue, seeing friends and family, which are all useful. Of course, in this time of isolation and quarantine, we can't really do that. But perhaps we can take this time to self-reflect. In this time of isolation, we can reflect on those themes. We can make Memorial Day a meaningful holiday, to think about the themes of honor, service, and sacrifice, and take action. And not just action for the day, but action for the rest of your lives. You're not just going to instantaneously become a better person just because, oh, I reflected on Memorial Day. Every year when you celebrate Memorial Day, you'll get a little bit better. Focus on just one theme and make that a habit. Make that part of your everyday routine. And then the next Memorial Day, you improve upon that. And the Memorial Day after that, you improve upon that. So perhaps on this Memorial Day, you focus on the theme of honor. Or perhaps you focus on the theme of service or sacrifice. But either way, you're making some kind of improvement upon your life that you can give back to the community. I think that would probably be the best way you can honor the sacrifice of our servicemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. These are just my thoughts about Memorial Day. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I hope you have a very happy and healthy Memorial Day. I'll see you soon.